Throughout the history of time, zombies has been a massive part of media content. The Walking Dead, The Last of Us, Resident Evil, Left 4 Dead, DayZ, Dead Island, Minecraft has zombies, Terraria has zombies, plants are fighting zombies, now what the fuck? There's a billion movies on zombies. Zombies are no longer a folklore, but have become a way for game publishers and media production companies to give their consumers a scare while making tons of money. What makes zombies so great is the fear of the unknown. You don't know why the zombies are there. You just know that they exist, and all you know is that they killed and infected the entire world and you are next. But also with this fear comes curiosity. You want to figure out, why are the zombies here? What actions caused all of this to happen? And boom! Now you want to know the story of whatever game or movie you're watching, just because they're zombies. Zombies activates a human survival instinct that could show how evil and merciless humans can really be in a world that's already been destroyed by ungodly beings. Think of The Last of Us, think of The Walking Dead. The shit people do in these shows and games are evil, but also pretty realistic. It's things like that that draws us back to zombies media every time. The mystery, the drama. So when I tell you that in 2009, after you beat the Call of Duty World at War campaign, you just defeated Nazi Germany in 1945. And out of the blue, you get this cutscene of a creature running at you like a maniac, just to find out that the story isn't over and all the dead soldiers you've killed have become zombies. And now you are trapped in this zombie apocalypse in the middle of nowhere because you crashed your plane, you idiot. Oh my god, we're all gonna fucking die. And all of this as you see a bar loading in the bottom of the screen counting down to your doom, and then boom. As you load in, you hear this evil, mysterious laugh. As you look around, you see boarded up windows, but what's behind the windows, it's what's truly scary. You are alone in the middle of nowhere. You walk around, there's writing everywhere of people who were there before you begging for help. And then you hear someone breaking in. You go towards the sounds, and there they are. Zombies. Thankfully, you're a soldier, so you have a pistol to defend yourself. You shoot them down, and after killing a couple of zombies, you see the counter on the bottom left change from a 1 to a 2. You just beat your first round of zombies, but then you realize this is never gonna end. As you walk around, you see these gun outlines made of chalk on the walls. You go up to one, you buy it, and all of a sudden, the gun is in your hands. You keep exploring and notice the door where there's chalk of someone who is begging for help could be opened. You need 1,000 points. So you keep killing zombies, but while shooting one down, boom, you die. The stats of the game you just played pop up on the screen with some pretty good fitting music in the background. It was a pretty scary experience. And then you go back to this weirdly eerie menu with this eerie music in the background while the horrors of World War II flash in front of you. It's the same menu as before, but now it feels even more eerie, more mysterious, and even scarier than ever before. You click on campaign, and then you see it. Zombies. You click on that and you find the name of the first zombies map of all time. Nacht der Untoten. Nacht der Untoten was truly a unique, once-in-a-lifetime experience. It released in a terrifying but also unique time. The internet wasn't as accessible back then as it is now, and the only real way you could talk to people about zombies in Call of Duty was with your friends from school, and then they'd call you a fucking liar until they beat the campaign themselves and went, holy shit. Nacht is a once-in-a-lifetime map. It had the advantage of surprising people, but also gave a unique, never seen before Call of Duty experience. The thought of being a lone American soldier in a building surrounded by German enemies meant that you are partially responsible for killing, fighting them off once again while trying your best to survive as long as you can. It was incredible and something we had never seen before. It introduced new mechanics that were never seen before but that we all know and love today. Window barriers, power-ups, the mystery box. This map was the beginning beginning of it all. It introduced the bones of Call of Duty Zombies and what we love today. This map was the first time people experienced seeing a gun in the mystery box that they had never seen before, leading to people spamming the box until they got the first ever Zombies exclusive wonder weapon ever, the ray gun. And oh my god, this thing was a masterpiece.
You so fucking precious when you smile.
It fit perfectly with the aesthetic of zombies, balancing the idea of reality and fiction. The ray gun is not a real gun, but for some reason it fits perfectly in this fictional world of Call of Duty Zombies. It adds balance and gives the player a fair fight against a zombie horde that keeps getting stronger and stronger. Like I said, this map has way more context to it than your average zombies map. It's the map that started it all. That being said, however, how does this map and its gameplay hold up today? Well, let's start off with the map itself. The atmosphere in this map is perfect. It's mysterious, it's confusing, and most of all, it makes you feel isolated. The laugh at the beginning of the map, the noises going on around you make you feel like you're helpless here. And when you start shooting the zombies, you realize how helpless you really are. Unlike any human being, a headshot is not enough to kill these creatures. And it gets way worse because after you finish your first round, it makes you realize this will never end. The zombies will never stop coming for you, and all you could do is defend yourself from your inevitable demise. At some point, the zombies are gonna break the barriers down, and your safe base will be just as dangerous as the outside world. As you look outside through the windows, you see how much is around you and how much is hidden from you in the fog. You can find your plane that you crashed right outside of the map, reminding you of how there's no escape and you're stuck here. For the first zombies map ever made, which just started off as a side mode that some developer was working on for fun, it's truly amazing what Treyarch has done here. It did a good job at introducing players to this never seen before mode. It doesn't overwhelm players, it's simple and it's straightforward. Nacht der Untoten was the perfect way to introduce players to zombies. That being said though, while I understand this is the first zombies map ever, it's also a reason for its many flaws. Nacht der Untoten starts off super slow, which is good for the first playthrough. It builds suspense as the horde slowly makes their way towards you. But as you try replaying this map, it gets very annoying having to wait as the zombies take their sweet ass time to walk to the windows every time you boot up a game. Sometimes even going around the building, avoiding a window that's right in front of them just to go to another one that's further away. It can get super frustrating for someone who just wants to replay the map and shoot zombies to survive. A big reason for this is you never see the zombies spawn in. They always spawn behind the fog, meaning that sometimes they will spawn super far away, which is really annoying for early rounds. But something you'll notice is that in this map, the difficulty ramps up super quickly. At about round 7 or 8, you'll notice that the zombies are already sprinting. World at War has a 2-hit down system, meaning that you can go down in seconds if you aren't careful. And because this is the first map ever made and how small the map really is, things are way harder than they would be in the future. This map isn't as accessible for players who aren't good, and the slow start is a big flaw for these players because dying in round 5 and having to wait for the zombies to take 5 hours to finally reach the building in the early rounds, just to die in round 5 again because the map is super difficult, it can get pretty annoying. And for the players who did reach the higher rounds, they needed to get a ray gun really early and camped in this little corner. But if you didn't get a ray gun from the box, you had to use a LMG, which has a reload that takes 50 years, which will pretty much kill you anyways. Camping in the corner just isn't fun, at least not anymore. And with the lack of resources like perks and pack-a-punch in this map, playing Nacht der Untoten is pretty much expecting to die at a lower round than usual due to the map not letting the player get stronger and not letting you progress, while the zombies keep getting more and more buffs, giving the player an unfair fight. Nacht der Untoten is an amazing survival map with amazing atmosphere that was revealed in such an amazing, unique way. It introduced the zombies in the best way possible, but its biggest strength also becomes its biggest weakness. Being full of unappealing game mechanics, a lack of progression that wouldn't be solved until the further future. Nacht der Untoten is a great but also very flawed map, which is why I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and like zombies, consider subscribing. I post zombies content here all the time, and I I appreciate you for watching the full video. Much love. Have a good day.